Hey guys, good day to you. So today we're going to see and analyze some deeper details of the Bible and some hidden secrets. So let's keep our minds open to understand the truth. Yeah. So we are going to go to a verse in the Bible and understand the hidden secrets in it. Ephesians 6:12. For our struggle is not against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So our struggle is not with the flesh and blood. Our struggle is with the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Right? There are too much hidden meanings in this verse. So we are going to see one by one. Before we go to there, I had a few questions when I started to read the Bible and understand the Bible a lot. So who created humans and when? Only if you ask questions, you will seek the truth, or you will understand the details. And if God created human, who created gods? And is there a God? Who is it? If there is a devil and Satan, who is it? If we take the evolution theory, if we come from monkeys, why there are monkeys now being monkeys again? So there are a lot of questions. So this is how I started and try to find some answers, and I'm going to share those things with you. So first question, you have to ask, who created humans and when? There is a story timeline in Bible given as Adam to Jesus. If you see at the bottom, Adam to Jesus, about 4,004 years from the day Adam was born, was created, to Jesus timeline. It was 4,004 years. From Jesus to present time, it's about 2016 years total. Currently we are in 2020. So total, when you combine these two numbers, it's totally 6,020 years. It's only 6,020 years from Adam to 6 days of plus 6 days of creation until now, right? And if I had a few other questions. Evolution theory says the total timeline is around 13.5 billion years after the galaxies were created and all those details. And the first Tamil Sangam, or the first Tamil Literature Society in India, was running about 11,000 years ago, which is 9,000 BCE. It ran for 4,400 years with 89 kings who were successors and rulers during these 4,400 years. Totally 69 kings were running from Kaisina Valudi to Kadungaon. And there were 4,449 poets who were living during these 4,400 years, and they have written a lot of poems, Tamil poems, during this first Tamil Sangam period. So my question was, okay, 11,000 years ago, we were running literature society in India, and how come Adam was created just 6,020 years if we follow the Bible timeline? So we have to analyze a lot on the details if this is how we get stuck. Yeah. So let's go with the theory of what we got excavated during the excavation projects. So here you can see, here is the skull of the Homo neanderthals and also the Homo erectus timing. These were like 600,000 years ago. These are the guys. These, you can see, these are the guys. Okay, and we modern humans, or Homo sapiens, our skull looks like this. Yeah, this is us. So when you take the evolution theory, from monkeys we grow up like this, and it took for us to walk in two legs, which is called bipedalism period, an advanced bipedalism period, walking by two legs, from 1.5 million to 600,000 years ago. Yeah, these are the excavated skeletons or the skulls we got during the excavation projects. So if we take this source, okay, this yellow, the yellow color is the yellow guy, yellow box here, and the green color to green color is the Homo sapiens, which is us. Yeah, Homo neanderthals is this, Homo sapiens is this. Yeah. So now we need to know the creator or the gods. How come we became so Homo sapiens? Who are the creators and gods? Where did they come from? Why they created humans? When have they created humans originally? We're going to see in details. So we have the Anunnaki or the Elohim, we call them as Elohim, from the Sumerian clay tablet records now displayed in the British Museum. And here is Mr. Zecharia Sitchin. He's no more now. He has spent almost 50 years in translating the old Sumerian clay tablets, the Mesopotamian clay tablets, from cuneiform writings to English. Yeah. From those clay tablets, I have displayed a clay tablet there. Here is one of the clay tablets being displayed. It's written that these Anunnaki or the Elohim beings are coming from a planet called Nibiru. And this Nibiru is rotating inside the orbit in our solar system. You can see Earth, Venus, Mars, Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, Pluto. So this Nibiru is a part of our solar system, which orbits about 3,600 years to rotate our sun. This is what written in the text of the clay tablets in cuneiform writings. So this guy spent almost 50 years in translating all those cuneiform writings to English, right? As I told you before. Now we're going to see a lot more. In those cuneiform writings, there are a few details about the Anunnaki Elohim, and this you can see this is how it will be imprinted. And here you can see it's called a cylindrical seal. When you roll this cylindrical seal around the clay, it will imprint this picture like this. So that's how these imprints were being we got from the Sumerian the clay tablets. This is called a cylindrical seal, and you can see one of the cylindrical seal imprints. It's shown as 12 planets or the 12 celestial objects, and here is a depiction what planets are these being mentioned. Okay, so Venus, Mars, Earth, Moon, Mercury, Uranus, Neptune, and this is called planet Nibiru or the planet X. Here it is. Okay, so it mentioned that they are coming from this planet. Okay, why I'm putting a tick mark is, are they good guys or bad guys? Okay, for us, from the Sumerian clay tablets, they are good guys, according to us, right? If you want to visit, you can go and visit the British Museum and see all those things by yourself. The cylindrical seal imprints are like 12 celestial objects. Yeah, that's how I told you already. We're going to see a little bit more about the Anunnaki. Okay, so they like 9 to 30 feet tall. They look like giants. Look at this imprint, the artifacts we got from the Sumerian Mesopotamian tablets. Yeah, this is how humans look like, and this is how the gods look like. Yeah, and they have mainly three gods actually. One is Enki, an Enlil, and Inarsat. So these two are male, and this is a female, and they are brothers and sisters from the god. Their father is Anu. Okay, their father is Anu from the Nibiru planet. Yeah, this guy had a response on rulers of the waters. So he's the ruler of the waters, and he's also a chief scientist. And this guy is the commander of the earth, and she was the chief medical officer. And so why did they come to Earth? Because their planet Nibiru, as I told you earlier, the atmosphere of that planet was corrupted or damaged. So they needed the minerals to cure their atmosphere, like what we have in Earth, ozone layer to protect us. So they had a similar type of atmosphere to protect their planet, and they were not able to rectify it, and they needed some minerals to rectify that, and they needed the gold from Earth. They found gold in Earth, and they wanted to take the gold, atomic gold or the gold dust, to cure or rectify their planet's atmosphere. That's the reason they came to Earth. Okay, and these three people were the first guys visited the Earth about 600,000 years ago. They came to Earth and checking for minerals, and they found gold, right? And so what happened is they they tried to mine the gold with the people from their planet, and at one point of time all those people were very tired, and they protested against these three guys, and they were not able to mine the gold. So these guys, what they wanted to do is they wanted to create some race that will help them to mine the gold. They wanted to create a slave race who follow their orders, and who follow their orders, so they can mine the gold and bring the gold to their planet and rectify their planet's atmosphere. Yeah. So what happened was at this time, about 600,000 years ago, we were evolving on a better monkey or a better ape, like a Homo erectus and a Homo neanderthal species. So what these guys saw is they have similar looks like human beings, the current human beings. So in their image, they want to do a DNA genetic manipulation and genetic engineering, and create a new race from the Homo neanderthals or the Homo erectus, and create a new species who will follow their orders, who will follow their commands to mine the gold. That's the reason they have created humans from Homo neanderthals and from Homo erectus. This cylindrical seal imprint from the Sumerian culture shows us how they are making the humans, and they were mixing with some clay, some minerals, and you can see this is how the creation story was very detailed, recorded in Sumerian clay tablets. Yeah. Now we are going to see a little bit on the details, like who are the prototype. The first DNA genetically revised successful Homo sapien, which is us, the prototype, they created and named as Adamo. So the first name, the first prototype they created here is named as Adamo, was named as Adamo. And that's how we got the name Adam in our creation story in the Bible. Okay? So about 600,000 years ago, like the Homo sapiens appear. I know how I told you how we've been created and how it is recorded in the Bible. Okay, let's see a little bit on this. So this guy is the rulers of the waters and the chief scientist, right? And this lady is the chief medical officer. Here it said on Genesis 1 verse 2, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Yeah, see, he's the ruler of the waters. And Genesis 1:26, then God said, let us means 2 or 3 people, make mankind in our means 2 or 3 people, in our likeness, in our image, in our likeness. God was not talking to himself like, let I make mankind in my image, in my likeness. He didn't say like that. God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness. So these Enki and Ninursak or Ninma, these were the 2 guys planned and executed this creation of DNA manipulated, DNA engineered Homo neanderthals or Homo erectus to become Homo sapiens, and they named the first prototype, good prototype, as Adamo, and we are the race called as the Lulu. We are the race called as Lulu. See? Now you could understand. It's recorded in Bible and matching with the Sumerian culture, Sumerian text from the clay tablets. Okay, from here they made us by DNA engineering. So now we got a few answers from the questions that I asked earlier to myself, right? Who are they? They are the Anunnaki. From where do they come from? Planet Nibiru. Why they created humans? A slave race, Lulu, to mine the gold minerals to repair their planet's atmosphere. When have they created humans originally? About 600,000 to 460,000 years ago. Yeah? So now I got all the answers to match with the timeline that I had connecting between the evolution theory and the Bible timeline. Now we're going to see the evil forces, the details of the evil forces in heavenly realms. Who is the devil? I had these questions. Who's the devil or Satan? Who are the angels supporting evil forces? Where do they come from? Why are they in earth? Please remember these questions. Who is the devil? Who are their angels supporting evil forces? Where do they come from and why are they in earth? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have to see in the skies or the star constellation out of the world, out of earth, and we have to go to this star map. And here you can see there is a star constellation called Draco, and this is how it looks like from the night skies, and it takes around 309 light years to go to this star system, to Draco star system. This is how the Draco star system looks like, and there is a lot of stars clusters over there. This is visible in the nights from the northern hemisphere. So who are coming from this planet or the star clusters or the star system? Okay, I'm sorry about I got some issue with my throat. Their home star and constellation planet. These guys are called as Draco. They're coming from Draconis or Tuban star constellation. The Draco reptilians. This is how they look like. They're like 8 to 28 feet tall. Their behavior is extremely aggressive. They are powerful. They control all other races and have domination over all other races. They are expert in genetic engineering or genetic manipulation. They create new species. So that's powerful how they are, and they always have a dominating behavior. And from the Draco star system they are coming, right? What are the colonized planets? So what are the planets they have colonized, the star system they have colonized? It's the Orion, Sirius, Vega, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Betelgeuse, Bellatrix, Rigel, and many more inside the Milky Way galaxy. We are living in the Milky Way galaxy, yeah? And what are their lifespan? They live thousands of Earth years, yeah? And what are the species from Earth is supporting them? Like they were the worker class, the Terra Reptilians. Some of the reptiles born in Earth also support these guys. And we have some other planet star system called Lacerta star, and they have some mixed origin. So there are a lot of species and mix happened because of these guys mixed with whole of Milky Way galaxy. Yeah. What are their food source? Basically, they feed us. Or they feed us from our fear, and they feed our energy. They feed human flesh and blood, and also most of the people or children missing from the US, Europe, and Canada. They have the children has a fluid called adrenochrome, which from their body. These guys take it and drink their blood, and that gives them longevity to have more lifespan for living. Yeah, and also they created many hybrids in the earth, and some of the human hybrids I will show you in next few slides. So who are the enemies for these guys? You can see the Anunnaki. Previously I told you the gods who created the humans, and they are the enemies for this reptilian Dracos. They are Draco reptilian coming from Dracos or Tuban star constellation. The good guys are bad guys, the very bad guys, they are the evil. So they have a class system called different kinds of species. So one is the royal class, they have wings. warrior class, they have horns, thorns on their head, and the worker class. Some of the reptilian hybrids they created with the humans. I can show only a few people here. There are a lot, and one lady named is Jana. She's from Russia, and this lady name is Lisa. She's from France, and this guy is a reptilian hybrid, and name is unknown. So what other races work for them? The Greys, Terra Reptilians, and Solipsida. So I will explain these guys in a few minutes. And okay, most of these reptilian hybrids in Earth, they have a blood group or the capability like O negative for hybrids, copper based blue blood, larger lung capacity. They can survive under 15% oxygen environment, whereas a normal human would die under 15% oxygen level. Okay, in other cultures, the Zulu tribes of Africa calls them as Chitauri, and very familiar about these beings. So let's see a little bit more in detail. What are the Bible verses talking about these reptilian beings? First, you have to see Genesis 3:4-5. But the serpent, so now I tell you, the serpent, these guys were able to speak, right? These beings were able to speak. So that's why it said in the Bible, like the serpent said to the woman, this serpent can speak. Why the serpent are not speaking now? Why the snakes are not speaking now? Okay, snakes are different. This is a serpent. This is a Draco reptilian. It's a different breed. This is the devil and the Satan. Okay, they can speak. So that's why it said, but the serpent said to the woman, you should not surely die. And that's how it's been recorded. And you can see on Revelation 22, and he laid hold of the dragon. Dragon is nothing but the Draco reptilians, the serpent of the old. Yes, they were like ancient. They were like ancient beings. Before millions and millions of years ago, they started to evolve. So that's how they started to colonize other planets and take control of other races in this Milky Way galaxy. So this is a serpent of the old, this race. And it's also said who's the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years, right? In Genesis 3:1, now the serpent was more crafty. Yes, they are more crafty because they are able to create new species. They are better in lies. They are better in manipulating the hearts and souls of human race. So any race also. So that's how it's been recorded. And here, the first verse which we started with, Ephesians 6:12, is for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of this evil in the heavenly realms. So that's how it's been recorded. And in Genesis 3:15, it said, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise you on the head, and you shall bruise him on the heel. So you can see it's mentioned the serpent. A lot of verses in Bibles, it's mentioned as serpent, and it's mentioned as dragon, was the devil and Satan. If you see Revelation 20:2, these are the guys who's going to have war with us. Yeah. So I'm going to show one of the reptilian hybrid, mixed race between humans and these reptile beings. Yeah. So look at the lady. I have slowed down this video, but you have to look at the lady's eyes closely. Okay, then only you could see. These reptile beings have a slit eyes. You see a reptile or a snake, it had a slit eyes. See the eyes closely. Look. Look closer. Look at that. Look at that. That's how a reptilian hybrid looks like. And this is one of the real example. It's not a fake or edited one. You can find yourself in YouTube this video. Yeah. So again, I want to take this verse again. For our struggle is not against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities. The rulers, yes, they rule most of the Milky Way galaxy, and against the authority, they work with the authorities and keep their breeds in the authorities, the mixed race in Earth also, and against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms, not on earth, the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So who are the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms who are supporting these Draco reptilians, or the dragon, or the devil, or the Satan? So we are going to see a little bit more, and before that we are going to see some more Bible verses that links with that. See, on Revelations 12, chapter 12, 7, 8, 9. Then the war broke out in heaven. The war broke out in heaven, not on earth. The war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels, Michael is the angel of God, right? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. So the dragon has his own angels, or the followers, or the workers, or the slaves supporting the dragon or the Draco reptilians. And Michael, who is one of the angels of the Anunnaki or Enki, the god which we are calling in our Bible as Yahweh, yeah. So the Michael is one of the senior angels, and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong, and they lost their place in heaven. What is heaven? It's in the universe, the space in the universe, yeah. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent. Ancient serpent, you can see it meant ancient serpent, called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Okay, so one more verse we're going to see, Revelations 12:4. Its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to the earth. Third of the stars out of the sky. So what happened? It means there are a lot of star system in the galaxy, in Milky Way galaxy, and which is closer to us is these are the stars and the star system. Third out of 3 by 4 of these star system is conquered, colonized, and taken control, and the species are following the reptilian beings, and they own and rule these star systems right now. That's why it is said in this verse, its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to earth, and all came to earth to do some human abduction. And what are they doing here? I'm going to explain that to you. Yeah. So here you can see this is the recorded scientific evidence, or recorded evidence of the species that are coming from each star system. I will explain to you. On the left side is the names, and the middle is the CGI representation or the real photos, and some of them have real photos and real images. And on the top right side, on the right end, I have displayed the star system. You can see the dots, the line of the dots connected. It's a different star system. Okay, please, it's not the same picture. You have to get closer. So the Mazarek, they look like this. Look how evil they are. Yeah, they're coming from Camellia pardalis, and Camellia pardalis look like this. Here is that star system if you see from the night skies. And Hakanoi Chondros, they're coming from Sextans dwarf SPH. They're coming from this star system. Moviat and Kaipik, this is original picture of these rays captured in Earth, and they're coming from this star system, Vulpecula. And Maitre, very aggressive being. They have a long neck, and they are coming from Megapae in this star system. So Lipsidae, this is their original picture, and you see the star system, Cygnus. Okay, now we're going to see a few more. I only displayed top 10 or 10 species that are supporting the reptilian beings. Alcabata, they are coming from Perseus star system. This is how they look like. It's a picture of a CGI illustration. Caraveldi, this is also a CGI illustration, but this is how they look like. They're coming from Canelian star system. And Vinitvari, this is how they look like. They're coming from Pavo star system. And Strom, they're coming from Ursa Minor. And Afin, this original picture, they're coming from Lyra star system. Lyra is here. Yeah, so we are going to see a video of one of the reptilian beings, so not reptilian, one of the supporters and the helpers and the workers which are coming from this Zeta Reticuli star system, which is 39.3 light years away from Earth. And this is how they look like. This is the photos, and we're going to see the videos of them. Look at them. This is the original video taken when they came to Earth during 1950s or 1960s. Look their head. It's not fake, it's original. Look at their fingers and the palms. They're too skinny. In America, they used to call them a skinny bob. So it's blinking their eyes. And you can see there are two guys walking in Earth freely with their suits. This was taken when they were meeting the US President on 21st February 1954, President Dwight Eisenhower. and they had also signed a treaty and had an exchange program to go to their planet, planet Serpo. And during July 16, 1965, we sent 12 people. I mean, the American government sent 12 military-trained astronauts to their planet Serpo, which is 37 light years away from Earth. So we're not going into deep detail. I'm only just telling you how the original pictures being captured. They are 3 to 4 feet tall or 5 feet tall. Yeah. So now we got the answers. The evil forces in heavenly realms. Who is the devil and Satan? Yes, the Draco reptilians or the old serpent. Who are their angels supporting evil forces? The races from other planetary systems in this Milky Way galaxy. Where do they come from? Most of the Milky Way galaxy and planets and star systems. Why are they on Earth? To serve the Draco reptilians, the devil, as workers, watchers, keepers, and supporting on abducting humans to own the human race or to have genetic manipulation and create a mixed race with human souls. So they need our souls. They need human souls. Now you understand who are the evil forces. Here I'm going to show you. An authorized announcement of the evidence of proof that was spoken by the Honorable Paul Hellyer, ex-defense minister of Canada. So let's see what he says.
Name 5 different species here. I'm aware of more now. As a matter of fact, I saw a document just a few days ago that mentioned 20. And I think you, Mr. Chairman, were interested in some of the places they might come from. And I have in here Zeta Reticuli, R-E-T-I-C-U-L-I, Reticuli, the Pleiades, Orion, Andromeda, and the Altair star systems. So I don't think we can any more refer to them as they, because they're not an amorphous mass. They are different species and consequently may have different agendas. I don't think we can say that they all have the same agenda any more than that we could say and have a good working relationship with the tall whites at the gunnery range at Indian Springs in Nevada. And these tall whites were living on United States Air Force property and working in cooperation with the United States Air Force and sharing technology with them.
So now you can see it's the official announcement, authorized announcement, evidence of proof that people or the races from star systems are being in Earth, and that's the evidence. So what's happening in the world and what's written in the Bible is like there is a galactic war or battle is going on, and this galactic war is between these good and evil forces, as we saw in the Bible verse. And the creators and the gods, the Anunnaki, which are the good, who created us from the Neanderthals and the Homo erectus and made us as human beings, or the Homo sapiens. And here you can see the Satan, the old serpent, or the Draco reptilian race, who are the evil. Why? There is a war going on between these two guys. Why? Because it's a heavenly spiritual war. And the war is about who owns the human race, who owns the human souls and the human spirits, because technically these guys manipulated the DNA and created us. So we belong to them technically. But these guys, as they are dominating all the Milky Way galaxy, races and planets, they also want to own the human souls and human race, as to conduct many experiments and create new race. They already started to do a few hybrids that I showed you already. That's the whatever I'm showing in this presentation. The videos, they are original, legit videos. There are millions and millions of fake videos in YouTube and all over the internet. I'm only showing the original, legit videos from what I did the research on for the last 10 years. So who owns this human race and human souls and human spirits? That's the battle going on between these two guys, and they have some good races to support on in the heavenly realms, and these guys have the bad forces, bad evil forces to support them on heavenly realms. The battle is going on between the heavenly realms. The war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angel fought with the dragon and his angels. That was the verse we can connect to this war. Yeah. So we can go ahead and see what's the conclusion. What do we need to do? Okay. So it's been recorded that 58 types of other planetary races or the evil forces or the good forces are present on Earth, and it's recorded in KGB secret files from Russia. Yeah. And in the Bible, from 1 John 4:7-8, what we need to do? Beloved, let us love one another, from love is God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Matthew 22:37-40 says, Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and you have to follow the commandment number 39 and 40. Yeah, the verse 39-40 gives the greatest commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the laws and prophets. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thy love thyself. The conclusion message to human beings: what we need to do is we only need to spread love, and unconditional love over others, and evolve and grow in higher spiritual consciousness. Love is the only thing that will connect us to God or the good beings, to grow ourselves in a higher spiritual capability. Love is the only thing. Don't show hatred. So that's the message. Here I'm concluding my presentation to you all. That's the summarized version of some of my research that I have done last 10 years. Thank you very much. I'll see you all again in another video with few more interesting facts and details. Yeah. Thanks very much.